To New Delhi, Sreeram Chaulia is a professor and dean of the Jindal School of International Affairs there and joins me now for more on what we've been hearing. Always a pleasure to have you on the programme. So there we have it. A Russian lawmaker has claimed that the US strike resembles other American interventions. I'm just looking through the list of what was spoken about. Iraq, of course. Yugoslavia was also mentioned, the Balkan conflict. Are we looking at the US becoming more involved in Syria? Is this the start of something huge?
I think it's a slippery slope for sure, Yunin, because President Trump has suddenly taken on a new avatar and he's, a new garb. He's speaking like a so-called humanitarian interventionist. Until 3 days ago, the notion was that he was more a realpolitik person and who was interested in accommodation with other great powers like Russia and in working out a solution that would be targeted solely at ISIS, al-Nusra, al-Qaeda and other hardcore jihadist groups. But now suddenly, everything is scattered all over the place because he has attacked the Syrian government for the first time directly. Under President Obama, they had indirectly targeted the regime by secretly financing some rebel groups and so on. But this is the first time we are seeing US frontal attack on an important military airbase of the Syrian government, which has been used in the past to target terrorist groups for launching raids against terrorist groups. So in other words, I think the ones who are really celebrating today should be the terrorists, as well as many of these so-called rebel groups who have been armed clandestinely by various allies of the United States in the region, like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Turkey. So I think it's a sad day because what it means is now we are back to square one, where the United States is trying to hunt with the hounds and run with the hares, so to say, because what they are saying is, we are both against terrorists. President Trump said we are opposed to terrorism in all its forms, but at the same time they're blaming the Syrian state. Then who are you with? If you are against both the state and the terrorists, then who are you with? I think this is a very big policy and strategy question that I don't think Donald Trump and his advisors have thought through yet. I think they reacted in a knee-jerk fashion because they wanted to show the American military power and to show that somehow they are more different from Obama and more decisive. But unfortunately, I don't think it shows any deeper maturity of thought or conduct.
Well, they say it was done in reaction to the Idlib attack on Tuesday, which killed scores of people. It has not been clarified. It has not been declared who carried out that attack, because we know that the UN yesterday claimed that there's no evidence about the source of the chemical attack. Let's just take a listen together to what was said.
Reports have stated that the attack was carried out through an airstrike on a residential area. However, the means of delivery of the alleged attack cannot be definitely confirmed at this stage.
So therefore, why has America launched this strike without confirmation?
I think there is clearly, a misunderstanding about the reality on the ground. The Trump administration has not filled senior advisory positions yet, and I don't think they have enough expertise and understanding of what's happening. And the ones who probably do know it have been kept out of the administration so far. And it looks to me like this is a hasty move because the timing, as we've said before, is pretty suspicious. I mean, President Assad had been so-called accepted by the Trump administration as a political reality, and they had to work with him. And then, lo and behold, suddenly there's this attack, and now it's been reversed. The entire policy has been reversed in a space of 24 to 48 hours. So I think it shows that they were unprepared, and in many ways they're trying to, it's a political act more than a strategic one, because I think for the domestic constituents, Trump wants to show that he can be unilateral and he can use military force, and apparently he also can wage wars for babies who are dying out of chemical attacks. So now we have a situation where he is presenting himself as this and that and everything. He is both a realpolitik and a humanitarian. He's a liberal and a conservative. I mean, now we are in a situation where we can really question whether there is any grand strategy at all involved in the United States foreign policy establishment right now.
Sreeram Chaulia, Professor and Dean of Jindal School of International Relations in New Delhi. Thank you for coming on the programme, as always.